Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. If you have any question, please write me at walkwithtak@gmail.com about this video or any other videos that I have posted in the past. If you have any videos that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Home cooking for each person has its unique characteristics because we have different type of requirements of what we want to eat, as well as the type of situation that we are in quite often are unique. This is definitely the case for Lorraine, who turned 80 a couple years ago, and her daughter brought her to the cooking class to celebrate her birthday. Now, Lorraine liked to eat more vegetables. When she discovered stir-frying, she recognized immediately this is something that she could do. And Lorraine just moved into an assisted living situation. She had a small kitchen, and she really does not like the food that's provided there. So she decided that she's going to learn stir-frying, and she's going to cook for herself. But she has a small kitchen, and she also has a relatively small refrigerator and a small freezer. So she has to be more creative in how to do advanced prepping, which is an important component of the fast cooking system. Both Lorraine's daughter live about 2 to 3 hours away, but they came to visit her about twice a month, and they usually would bring her grocery to her. And but most of the time, it would not last 2 weeks. So Lorraine started to use frozen vegetables. In fact, she became very good at cooking with frozen vegetables. Frozen vegetables usually do not taste as good as fresh vegetables. But Lorraine's so good at it. In fact, one of her daughters said when Lorraine cooked her vegetable dish with chicken, for example, you cannot tell whether those vegetables are frozen vegetables or fresh vegetables. Now, I do not cook with frozen vegetable very much, so I become very interested. I asked Lorraine, what is your secret in cooking frozen vegetables and to make them taste as good as fresh vegetables? In this video, I would like to tell you the 2 things that Lorraine does, that how to make frozen vegetables to taste as good as fresh vegetables. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 2 approaches that Lorraine takes. And I'm going to demonstrate this dish, which is a chicken stir-fry dish with frozen vegetable mix. For this dish, I'm going to use a frozen vegetable mix that is known as California Medley. It contains broccoli, cauliflower, and carrot. It comes in a 12-ounce package, and it costs about $1.50, which is quite inexpensive. Now, for chicken, Lorraine do advanced prepping like I did. Maybe perhaps I should put it this way. Lorraine's daughter did advanced prepping for her, and they would cut up the chicken and store it in Ziploc sandwich bag, usually in 8-ounce portions. So this allowed Lorraine to thaw out the chicken in a sink, usually in about 10 minutes or less. Now, to cook this dish, Lorraine first coat the chicken with my basic seasoning mix, as well as a thin layer of cornstarch. This will give the chicken a nice flavor, as well as it will create a light breading on the surface of the chicken. Now, there's one secret Lorraine that she told me is that she always adds some fresh vegetables as well to this vegetable medley. For example, if she has broccoli, she will use some of the broccoli, but the main vegetables will be the frozen vegetable mix. Now, Lorraine used a wok that with a non-stick coating. Now, personally, I do not like woks with non-stick coating because you cannot heat the wok to the temperature that you would like. Otherwise, it will cause damage to the non-stick coating. And because Lorraine has used cookware with non-stick coating all her life, she decided that she would choose this wok. To avoid damage to the non-stick coating, Lorraine will not preheat the wok. In fact, she's going to add oil directly, to a cold wok, and then she will warm up the oil together with the wok. Now, this is important because this will cause less damage potentially to the surface of the non-stick coating. She also prevents heating up the wok into a high temperature. So this way, again, will help preserve the surface of the non-stick coating. Now, she will heat up the oil hot enough that when she adds the chicken to the wok, she can hear the sizzling of the chicken. And of course, she cannot use any spatula that is made of metal So in this case, she used a spatula that I've made out of silicone. It do not work as well as I would like it, but for Lorraine, this is something that she is quite alright with. Again, for the purpose of prevent any damage to the non-stick coating, these steps are absolutely essential. The chicken cooks a little bit slower, and also there are less charring on the chicken because the temperature of the wok and the oil is never very hot. So the first step she did is that she adds some broccoli to the wok. This is her first strategy, how to make a frozen vegetable that tastes as good as fresh vegetable. This broccoli that she added to the wok are actually fresh broccoli. She always has some fresh broccoli on hand. After she stir-fry the broccoli for about 30 to 40 seconds, she adds the frozen vegetable mix into the wok. Now her strategy is that by having the fresh broccoli together with the frozen broccoli, the culinary experience in eating this dish will provide a sense of that all the vegetables are in fact fresh vegetables. Now the second strategy that Lorraine used to create a sense of that the vegetable has as good as fresh vegetable is that she never thawed out the frozen vegetable. She will take the frozen vegetable directly from the freezer to the wok. And she said based on her experience is that this will allow the vegetable to thaw out as she cook. And this actually will prevent the vegetable to become soggy or mushy if she had thawed them out in advance. In fact, during this process, while she's cooking the chicken as well as the fresh broccoli, the frozen vegetable gradually thawed out during the cooking process. This will prevent the frozen vegetable to lose its texture. Now, as you see here, some of the pieces of the frozen vegetable is much larger. So I took a pair of scissors and cut them into smaller pieces to match other ingredients in the dish. Now, of course, since I cannot cut them when they are frozen, this is probably the best way to cut them into the right size. Okay, now the dish is almost done because everything is cooked to about the texture that I want and the time that required to cook the frozen vegetables to melt them as well as to cook to the texture that I want is about the same time when the chicken and the fresh broccoli is about just right. And when I used these two strategies to cook frozen vegetables, I found out that Lorraine was absolutely right because the frozen vegetable turned out to be as good as fresh vegetables. And I really enjoy the frozen vegetable, which I never thought that it is possible. Okay, the final step is to season the dish. I'm going to season it with some oyster sauce. Again, you can add as much or as little oyster sauce as you would like, depending on your personal preference. The soy sauce mainly to enhance the natural flavor of the food ingredients, and it also provides a light sauce for the dish. The frozen vegetable turned out to be excellent, and I really enjoyed the dish. And the fresh broccoli added a great deal to this dish. This dish is a good example to demonstrate that the flexibility of stir-frying and the possibility by manipulate the timing, the type of ingredients that you use, you can create many different type of dishes to suit the situation that will work for you. And in this case, Lorraine just used a wok with non-stick coating, and with relatively low heat, she cooked a dish tastes as good as any I have tasted before. And her frozen vegetable is particularly turned out to be excellent, something that I did not expect at all. Now, this frozen vegetable initially is designed for steaming, but it turned out that you can actually cook it in stir-frying. I have tried steam these vegetables. When you steam them, they turn out to be relatively limp, and they can turn into rather mushy because depending on how long you steam them. But using stir-frying, they turn out to have a really wonderful texture. The texture, of course, not quite as the same as fresh vegetables, but it's not bad at all. And using the strategy that Lorraine developed, it actually turned out to be very nice. So there are many possibilities, many different kind of frozen vegetable mix that you can make. And this is just one of the examples. If you treat this as a template, you can make substitutions and create different varieties of a frozen vegetable dish to go with your meat, either chicken or shrimp. I believe the most important aspect of home cooking is flexibility. My fast cooking system is to allow you to create a cooking system that gives you a lot of practicality, it is efficient, and it is also creative because you can adapt it to different type of situations, as what Lorraine has done. If you are interested in the fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. You will receive daily posting to show you how to adopt the fast cooking system. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.